Well, everybody, looks like Bandai Namco and FromSoft came together to give us an extra early Christmas present this year, and that's patch 1.05. And man, do I got a lot to say about this. This is a big deal for a lot of the competitive community, and we'll get into it. Apologize for the lack of Armored Core stuff recently. I've been getting lost in Baldur's Gate 3, and that game was worth every penny. It is an incredible game. But moving on to what's actually today's topic here is patch 1.05. So 1.05 is introducing a variety of new elements to the game, which is nice because they're bringing in actual new content and along the way introducing ranked multiplayer at the same time. So for those of you who've been honing your build for the duration of time it's taken for this patch to come out, you'll be ready to fight in ranked multiplayer and start climbing the ranks. I'm curious to see what kind of metas people come up with, really. But getting to the actual patch notes. So there's quite a few patch notes to make note of here, but I'll briefly go over the ones that seem a bit more major and seem like they would have more of an impact on the fan base and the players, especially those who are interested in PvP. So number one is that you'll be able to battle other players in ranked online matchmaking, as I mentioned a bit earlier. And obviously there's a lot of competitive people. Those who don't play just for fun are going to want to try to climb the ranks to get to the top and really test the limit of their builds and their skills. And just like unranked PvP, ranked PvP will be able to accommodate just solo fights between yourself and another AC, or 3v3, up to 3v3. So that hasn't changed in terms of your match arrangements between how many ACs you can fight against. So that's a plus side. At least they don't restrict it to 1v1. You can have group battles as well. And along with this PvP matchmaking, they give you nest points, which is a whole new system that they're implementing. And these nest points can be used towards purchasing, I guess, different customizable nameplates that they will now be introducing with this patch as well. And for those of you who aren't aware, nameplates are kind of like the background behind your pilot name and your AC name. That's how it would show up. Now, as far as the nest points go, I don't know if it can be used any other way, but all the details I know now is that they can just be used for that customizable nameplate. Maybe some emblems at some point, but for now there's confirmation of that just going towards the nameplate. We'll have to find out tomorrow when the patch comes out on the 19th of December. And additionally, it's worth noting that they don't specify how you make these nest points, but they just say in participating in ranked matches, you'll get nest points. And I can only assume that if you lose, you don't get nearly as much as if you win. So I'm sure it's a mechanic like that, whereas if you win, you get many more nest points, or if you down more ACs, that you'll get more nest points. I'm sure it's something like that. But they don't elaborate too much on it. We'll have to just find out when the patch drops. Another fantastic new addition, and a big deal, in my opinion, is that they're adding new parts. Now, they're very vague with new parts, and I'm not sure if it's a new weapon or if it's going to be just frame parts. But either way, new parts are always welcome. This is basically them saying, hey, Merry Christmas, and giving us a few more. So variety is always welcome. In summary, basically, the major improvements that are being made to the game, and major additions that are being made to the game, are PvP, ranked PvP more specifically, and the addition of new maps in PvP as well. New AC parts, so new frame parts and probably weapons, or maybe just exclusively frame parts. They haven't exactly gone into detail with it, so there's no real confirmation there as to what it is, whether it's a weapon or if it's a frame part. There's a lot of speculation online, but I wouldn't play into it just until there's actual confirmation, and it drops tomorrow, so there's no reason to speculate. We'll find out anyways. And lastly, the customizable nameplate, for those of you who care or are, I don't know, are people who like to be aesthetically pleased. There will be new nameplates that are coming out, which you can purchase with your earnings from the ranked matches. Anywho, I hope this gives you guys a reason to revisit Armored Core 6, and I'll likely be doing the same after a bit more Baldur's Gate. Take her easy.